So this is now the square root or the root sign. This root sign, it means that the number that is under it, we name it as a radicand. And also the number that's like number 3 or 4 or 10 or any one, this one, we called it an index. And this sign, we called it radical sign. And then we also talked how can we find the simplified form of each expression. And we talked also that if you have a raised to the power 1, or you can say m over n, and I want now to rewrite it as a radical way, you have to do like this. You have to put now the square root with letter a, which is with the green one, and m, which is up, I will write it down, and n, which is the brown one, I will write it up. Look here, it is m over n. Here you can say it is n over m. So you have to write it now like the reciprocal of it. Now, here now in this problem, we have to learn how can we convert to the radical form. And we say that if we have 12a to the raised 2 over 3, or a raised to the power 2 over 3, that's mean here that a only is raised to 2 over 3. So I can keep 12 outside. Then I will write it like a. Now, what is the number that's written down? It's a 3. So I will put it outside. And what is the number that is written in the numerator? I will write it now inside. So by this way, I convert now the exponential expression into the radical expression. Now, also, we stopped in this one. We said that how can we rewrite now 64a raised to the power 4 over 5 in radical form? Now, the first step here, I will rewrite it as 64a raised to the power 4 over 5. Then, the first, please girls, stay with me step by step. The first step, I will ask myself, what is the number that is written here raised to the power 5? Sorry, what is the number that's written here? It is 5. So I need a number that is, or I need to rewrite the 64 with a number raised to the power 5. Now the most common powers is powers of 2 and powers of 3. And I want you now to memorize them later because you have to know it later on SAT or on if you have to do any lesson, if you have to do or to solve any question. Now look at goes to the powers of 2 as you see in this table here. We have 16, we have 32, we have 64. 64 it is written, but it is 2 raised to the power 6 as you see here. But there's a 5. Now 2, so we need here, we have 2 raised to the power 5, which is 32, and also because at 5, because here, what are the denominator? It is 5. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So here, since we have 5, so now I will go now and choose 2 to the power 5 or 2 or 3 to the power 5. These are the most common powers. Now, 3 to the power 5 is 243. I cannot make it 64. But 2 to the power 5, it is 32. Can I make it to be a 64? Yes. If you multiply 32 with 2, what did you get? Did you get 64?
Yes.
Yes. So I will repeat. I look at the denominator. The denominator here is 5. I will go to the table. Where is 5, our number raised to the power 5? It is 2.
Teacher.
And I know that 2. Yes?
I have a question.
Yes. Ask me.
The last point that you explained, I didn't understand it.
Okay, wait. So here I have 4 raised to the power 5. So I go now and ask myself, what is the number that if I raise it to the power 5, I get 64. Okay? This is the first step. Forget everything that was in before. Here we have 64 a raised to the power 4 over 5. So the first question now, I will ask myself, what is the denominator here? It is 5. So then I say, what is the number that is raised to the power 5? I get 64. Come here. We have 2 to the power 5, it is 32. And the 3 to the power 5, it's 243. So I didn't have any number that is which is raised to the power 5. I get 64. I have only 2 raised to the power 5, it is 32. But I didn't need 32. I need 64. Okay, this is the second step now. The third step, I will ask myself now, what can I do to make 32 to be as 64? Who can tell me?
I will the 64, I will distribute it into number 32 and 2.
Yes, so I can. Now I will ask you this question. Can I multiply 32 with 2 and I get 64? Can I?
Yeah, teacher, we can.
Yeah. So
Yes, miss.
let's now choose.
Yes,
Go
teacher.
now. Now, let's now take 32, multiply by 2. Let's try to. Yusra? Who is Yusra?
Miss, this Yusra is not with us.
Yes, teacher, she's new.
Right. Hello, Yusra. Yusra?
Hi.
Yusra?
Yes.
Are you in grade 8?
Yes.
Okay, I will remove you from the meeting. He tried to change her voice. There's a new way. Okay, back.
Yes.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. So I will rewrite this as quickly here. So 64 raised to the power a raised to the power 4 over 5. Okay, here this one now. I will ask my question because we have 5. So, and we know that 2 raised to 5 is 32. This is what I have, but I didn't need 32. I need 64. Okay, I will let him. I will tell my question that if I multiply 32 multiply by 2, I will get 64. So 32 multiply by 2 times a. Because I write 64 as 32 times 2. Then
And what will happen with the A and 4 over 5?
keep it as it is. I didn't make anything with them until now. Just try 64 at 32 times 2. Then we know that if we have a product of numbers or bases that's raised to an exponent, I just raised an exponent to each one. Like 32 raised to the power 4 over 5. And I will put 2a now as 4 over 5. I will make them into two parts. The first one, 32 to the power 4 over 5. I just distribute the power into 32 and 2a. Then, after that, I will say, I go back here. I know that 32, it is 2 raised to the power 5. So now, I rewrite it, this one, I will rewrite it as 2 raised to the power 5 instead of 32. And then 2a raised to the power 4 over 5, and here also raised to the power 4 over 5. Okay, step by step. Instead of writing 32, I have to write what now? 2 raised to the power 5. Then after that, here we have an base raised to a power, then it's raised to another power. What I have, what can I do? Did I multiply or subtract or add or divide?
Multiply.
Multiply.
5 times
So
by
just
4.
multiply now 5 with 4 over 5. What you will get?
4.
You will get 2 raised to the power 4. It's like 5 multiplied by 4 over 5. By simplifying, you just get 4. So you have only 2 raised to the power 4. Then, back here to the second term, sorry. Here, what did we have? We have 2a raised to the power 4 over 5. How can I tell you, how can I rewrite it in radical form? Just put the square root, or the root sign, then 2a down, then what is the number that's written down? It is 5. And what is the number that's written up? Put it down.
4.
Then after that, I will now simplify 2 raised to 4 as from here. It is 16. Look, go back to the table, okay? Look at the table here. 2 raised to the power 4 is 16. So rewrite it as 16 square root of 2a raised to the power 4, or the fifth root of 2a raised to 4. Now let's do another one. Let's do letter C. Sorry.
Just a moment to turn the last slide.
Can you repeat, please?
Can you just return for the last slide?
For the last slide on?
Yes.
Okay, here is it. What do you need to ask me?
Nothing but teacher, just I wanted to complete because I'm done.
Okay. Now, here now, what is each exponential expression in radical form? Let's do C. In C here, we have 54y raised to the power 2 over 3. The first question, we have to do the same steps. Look at number 3 here. Go to the powers of 2 and powers of 3. 2 raised to 3 is 8. Can I? Okay, so I will ask myself, 2 raised to 3 is 8. But I want 54. Can I make 8 to be as 54 by multiplying it by any number? Multiply 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. I cannot make it 54. Is it right?
Yes. Again, teacher.
Here we have 2 raised to the power 3, which is equal to 8. Now, I will ask myself, like before the previous one. In the previous one here, I ask myself, how can I make 64 to be as 32? We said I will multiply 32 multiplied by 2. Here, how can I multiply, or what is the number that if I multiply it with 8, I will get 54? We know that 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. But there's no number. If I multiply it by 8, I get 54. So I will not go to 2 to the power 3. Let's go try with 3 to the power 3. Why I choose the 3? Because here we have the denominator is a 3. So let's choose now 3 to the power 3. Who can tell me 3 raised to the power 3 equal to what?
27.
27, thank you. Then I ask myself, can I make 27 to be as 54? How can I make?
Multiply what?
Multiplying by what? By 1?
Yes, teacher,
No.
by 2.
By 2, thank you. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, 5. So 27 multiplied by 2, what I will get? I will get 54. So because of that, instead of writing 54, I have to write it as 27 multiplied by 2. This one, it's mean multiply. Done? Instead of 54. Then multiply by y. And raised to the power 2 over 3.
Teacher, I cannot make 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3.
Why? How? 2 to the power of 3 is 8.
Oh, okay.
So then after that, here we have two products that they are what?
Why did you write 127?
No, it is multiply here. 27 multiplied by 2.
So she.
Okay.
What?
But I didn't write it like multiply because someone of you sees like x.
How did you get?
Then after that, here we have a product
So how did you get
that
it?
they are raised to the power 2 over 3. So now I will distribute it into 27.
How did you get the
raised
27 answer?
to the power 2 over 3 and 2y raised to the power 2 over 3. Is it clear now?
Teacher, how did you get the 27?
Yes.
Teacher, I told you before, because here we have 3 raised to the power 3, which is 27. Why I choose raised to the power 3? Because here the denominator is a 3. I will ask myself, what is the number that's raised to 3? Raised to 3, sorry. Give me a number 54. There's no one, no number. So, but what did I have? I have 27. Then I said, okay, if I multiply 27 with 2, I can get 54.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, we said 27, I'll distribute it, raise it to power 2 over 3, and 2y raised to the power 2 over 3. Then, can I write 27 into 3 raised to the power 3? This one.
Yes.
27. I now rewrite it as 3 raised to the power 3. Raised to the power 2 over 3. Then 3 cancel 3. Why? Because we know that 3 multiplied by 2 over 3, after you simplifying them, you will get 2. So here you have only 3 squared times. Go to the second one now. Here, what did we have? We have 2y. 2 over 3. It is an exponential expression. I want to write it in radical form. What now? The radical or the root sign. We have 3 down, put it up, and we have to put it down. Then it will be 3 squared is 9, cubic root of 2y squared. This is now the final answer.
Wait,
Okay. Do you find it more clearly than the previous one?
yes, teacher. But teacher, I have
Yes,
a question for 3 cubed to the power of 2 over 3. Why, teacher, I keep it to 3 to the power of 3 multiply to the power of 2 over 3. يعني I simplify the 27 to the power of 2 over 3 equals 3 over 3.
27, it is 3 raised to 3.
Okay.
Then
And the
if
2
you're
over
multiplying power with power, or if you have power raised to power, you have to multiply them.
Okay, teacher, this يعني I'm simplifying the 7 to 3 over to the power of 3.
27, yes. You to rewrite it as a 3 raised to 3 from the table here, from here.
Okay.
Now, let's do, what did you want to do now? Let's do, first of all, let's do 19. In 19 here, you have 25 raised with, x raised to the power half. Here, this power half is raised to 25 and x, or with 2x only. Yes, grade 8. This
Is it the
power,
X
power half. Is it raised
Okay.
25 and x, or only x?
Only X.
Thank you. Thank you. This half is raised only to x. So I can write it now as square root, root sign, sorry, x. What do you have down here? 2, or you cannot write it, or you you cannot write it, yes. And here we have 1, so it comes as square root of x, and keep the 25 as it is. This is for number 19.
So what is here written in the root?
What?
What is written here in the root or x1?
25 square root of x.
Yeah. Teacher, is it 2 or 1 here?
Where? This one here?
Right.
Here, this one here, I mean that you can write it like this.
No, yeah. Teacher, the 2
x to the power 1, is x. And I told you that if you write the root sign like this, it's mean that the square root. Okay.
Means, teacher, when they put a bracket 25x inside a brackets to the power of half, means this half is for 25 and the x.
Yes, thank you. If it is like this, as an example, Okay, let's try. Let's now for this one, I keep it as 25x raised to the power half. I keep it like this. If now, this is not questions from the book. If it's now like 25x, it's like this now. Okay, this one now, for the previous one, the half is raised only to x. Here now, it's raised to 25 and to x. Then I can say it is like square root
25.
of x, and the first one is the square root of 25. What is the square root of 25?
5 to the power of 2.
5. Yes, or it's 5. So I can write it now as 5 raised to x, 5 square root of x. So in number 19 here, it is 25x raised to the power half. It's different than 25x, all of them raised to the power half. This is now, that will be the difference between them. Is it clear now?
Teacher, why I didn't write in 19
Teacher, wait, I want to write it, teacher. Can you wait? I want to write it.
Wait, girls, please, one by one.
Teacher, can you wait? I want to write it.
Okay, yeah, I'm waiting you.
and me teacher here in the 19, the original one. Why I didn't put here 2? X is square to 2.
I told you, Farah, because if you had here two, if you put 2, you can put it. But by default, if you see any square root, this means that the index is 2 by default.
Okay. And the original one square root is to 2, so I didn't write it like 1.
Yes, exactly.
Teacher, what is
Yes.
5 square root x?
What is?
The green one that's in the last of the page.
This
It's
one?
5 square root
The
x.
answer. This is the answer.
Answer?
The answer. This one, it's not related to the previous one. This is another example.
5 x is another example.
Yes.
So not answer. The answer is 2, 5, parentheses, 1 out of 2, right?
What?
The green down is the answer, right?
This one, 25 square root of x is the answer for 19. And the last one here is the answer for an additional question. Yeah. Now, let's now do choose a number. I want you to choose 18. I give you a choices, okay? 18 or 25 or 21 or 23.
23.
23.
23, okay. For 23 now. It is 98 d raised, all of them, they are raised to half. That's mean. 98 is raised, oh sorry, before that, I will ask myself. Let's go to the previous table. Number that is raised, no, I will ask my question. Is there a number that is raised to 2? I will get 98.
No.
No. Okay. Let's ask myself another question. Is there a number that's multiplied by 2 I get 98. Let's divide it here.
34.
49. 49.
It is 49. Thank you.
Okay.
So because of that now, 49 multiplied by 2, what I will get? I will get 98. Okay, then the third question. Is there a number that's if I raise to 2, I get 49? Is there any?
Yes. 7.
Which is
7.
what? 7, thank
7
you.
to the power of
So,
2.
okay, so because of that, I will stop here. Let's now take 49, multiply it by 2, I write it here. Then multiply it by D. Because 98, I will rewrite it as 49 multiplied by 2. Then raise to the power half. Then after that, let's put 49 raised to the power half and 2D raised to the power half. Then I will go back to the 49. We said that 49, it is 7 squared. Is it right? And
Yes.
here we have 2D raised to the power half. That's mean I will put the root sign 2D raised to 1 and the square root here. Then
So it will
I
be
will
2D.
keep it as the square root of 2D because 2D raised to the power 1 is 2D. Then back here, 7 squared raised to the power what? What is the power that's raised 7 squared to it?
49.
No, here, back. I mean here. I write with a gold one. Here, what is the power? 49, it is raised to the power?
1 over
1
2.
over 2.
1
Thank
over
you.
2.
Then 2 multiply by 1 over 2. What you will get?
1.
1. Thank you.
1.
So it will be 7 square root of 2D.
Teacher, can you wait till I write it?
No, please. You can see it from the video recorded. I want to continue.
So teacher, it is 7.
7
Okay.
square root of 2D. Now here in problem number 3, we have to do the opposite one. Here you have an radical. I want you now to write it with an exponential form. We said if we have a, if we have m, it will be down. This rule is very, very, very important. And if you have n, it will be up. This is the rule that a raised to the power m over n is the nth root of a raised to m. Back here, we have the fifth root of b cubed. I will write b. It's like this. I will write b. Then, what is the number that is written down?
3. So it will be
3.
5 over 3.
Up. And what is the 5? The 5, where is it? Where is... Sorry. Ah, yes, okay. And what is the numbers that written up?
3.
No, look here.
5.
5.
5.
5.
Cubed. So what is the up? 5. Oh my God. I keep it as 5. Sorry, it's 5 to 3, so 3 to 5. This is how can I write the exponential, the radical into exponential form. Now, let's do...
Teacher, I didn't understand it
What?
very well. I didn't understand it very well.
Okay. Here you have And in the previous problem here, we have an here, okay. Here we have an exponential form. You have exponents raised to a number. Is it right?
Yeah.
In problem 3 now, and we learn how can I rewrite it in a radical form. We use the square root. Here now, you have a root. I want you now to write it. Here we have a root. You have a fifth root of b cubed. Okay?
Okay.
Then I want to write it as variable, but here it's raised to exponents. Why? Because of that, we call it an exponential form. What was the exponents will be? The exponents will be what is outside, it is up, I keep it down. And what is down or inside, I keep it up. Sometimes, if I give you an advice, because sometimes all of us get confused, where did I put 3 and where did I put 5? If you have c raised to the power half, we say that I can write it like this. Is it right? We say any number raised to the power half, it means that is a square root. So every time, if you get confused in the example, as an example, and you know that C, okay, before I do the previous one, before I do B, I will ask myself, did I know that? We know that C raised to half, it means that the square root of C. So here, which is down, I keep it up. So because of that here, which is outside, which is down, I keep it on the index. Now,
Okay.
Let's do B. In B here, we have the cube or the 27d raised to 5. They are, or the cube root of 27d raised to the power 5. Now, write the 27d raised to 5 as it is. This one. And we know that if you have cube root of anything, it means that this number is 1 to 3. Rewrite the radical into exponents. So the cube root of this number, I can write it outside as 1 over 3.
Again, teacher, why I make it 1 over 3? This, and I made all of this to the power of 1 over 3.
Here, the cube root, it's raised to what? To 27d to the power 5.
Okay.
Okay? It was like this. Then I will write 27d raised to 5. And this, all of them, is raised to the power, to the cube root of 3. Now, square root of any number, it is x raised to the power half. Cube root of any number, it means that is x raised to 1 over 3.
Okay.
Okay, this is a formula, a rule. So if you have here a cube root of x, it means x raised to the power 1 over 3. So here, if you have the cube root of 27d to the power 5, it will be 27d to the power 5 raised to the power 1 over 3. Like x. Like here. Then, and we know that if we have a product, if you have a product of two numbers and they are raised to 1 over 3, I just now distribute it into the two terms. So it will be 27 raised to 1 over 3 and d to the power 5 raised to 1 over 3. Is it right?
Yes.
I just distribute the 1 over 3 in the product of 27 and d raised to 5.
So 27 to the power of 1 over 3 will be 3 to the power of 3.
Now, yes, now 27. Go back to my table. Here, what did we see? We see that 27 raised to the power 1 over 3. I will ask myself, what is the number? See, girls, go back. Now you have a break, is it right? We have another period and after the break. Go for a break and we will continue. I will repeat this question after the break, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, teacher.